Today, we're back on the 65, at least for a little while. There's a few things that we need to do to the car. I'm going to pull these plugs out and cut the strap off these things. Now, don't mind our little yellow wire over here. We were testing some grounding issues that we thought we had with the car because, you know, they're never really done, right? Sorry, I didn't run the 65 as long as the Carbon Fox because I don't want it to heat up. We're about to pull these plugs out. But which car do you like best? Which sound? So let me refresh your memory. The Carbon Fox has 2-chamber Jones mufflers on the car with an N51HR Anderson camshaft. This car has the N91 Anderson camshaft with Spintech 6000s. Let's go ahead and do this. I've actually never cut these straps before, so I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't even know if I'm doing it right. I'll do some quick research before I cut them, and then I'll show you guys what I come up with, and let's see if cutting the straps on the spark plugs make a difference.
We're going to go ahead and cut it, and then we're going to compare and talk about the differences. Normally you would use a Dremel, but I can't seem to find any of my bits. They're somewhere around the shop. We're going to use the next best thing, which is this little Milwaukee tool, and we're going to try to cut this thing. There's another plug. This is also referred to as side gapping, so you may hear that term. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and finish this up. Good to go. I'm not an expert when it comes to this. I'm just regurgitating what I've seen. So I don't want to mislead you guys like this is what you do. But I'm telling you what I've seen online, and you know, these people are saying that this works great. I've heard about it for many years, but I've never used it. Many of you suggested that I try it, so that's why we're here. And basically, we're going to see if this won't help the car keep from fouling plugs out if it accidentally gets too rich. I don't see an oil issue or anything like that, any contamination on the spark plugs. It honestly looked like it was just too rich, and that came from us adjusting on the carburetor back when we were having all these issues and really trying to compensate for another problem. So I don't want to mislead anybody. I'm not an expert here, but hopefully this will help you guys out and we'll see a good result. So let's get back to the video. This car is a nightmare to try to get your hands in there. Look at this. Get to the spark plugs. There is literally no room. Just so you can see, here's the size of my hand right here. I mean, you can't even turn your hand sideways in here. So it is extremely tight, but there's an easy fix for that. And I've shown you guys in a previous video, but I want to remind you again because I think so many people are scared to use this tool to get these out. The 5/8 swivel here is going to be the key to this, but here's the rest of it. All right. This works really good because you don't have a lot of room to get your hands in there. Start right here. And this is why we're having the issue right now. Black, and it's from improper carburetor adjustment. That was my fault. It was from previously working on the car trying to figure out what was going on with it, and we just overly richened it. We got all the plugs in the car. Everything's been side gap. We're gonna go ahead and start it up. We'll see if we can tell a difference. I don't assume that we will as far as in revving or anything like that, but we'll go ahead, start it up, make sure it's gonna run clean, and then we'll take it for a test drive, see the difference. Again, the audio on this particular camera is not very good, but it's really small and I can just stick it to the door. So let's go ahead, drive 65, see how she do.
Future me here. I just want to interject and let you know that the audio is not just bad, it's horrible. So I'm using a little small camera that just attaches magnetically to the door. It's very convenient, but the audio is just not good. And then on top of that, I left the window down. Also, I got you some 360 footage, but there again, not good audio. I'll do my best to make this work. I'm only going to give you a few seconds of it so I don't, blow your eardrums out. But if you will, stay around to the end of the video because we did go back out later that night and we beat on the car pretty good with a different camera. It is at night, but I think you guys will like this, so hang around.
Damn, that's the quickest this ever started. Okay, that didn't work. I think I cut too much off of the ground strap, so we're gonna go get a new set of plugs and just try them first, and then I'll probably cut the strap on those, but just not as far, so that sucks. So anyway, let's go get some new plugs. All right, let's go for test drive number 2, and this is with stock 3924 Autolite plugs in the car. They're gapped at 35 actually. I think I said 30 earlier, but 35.
While we're watching this 360 footage that I can't use much of the audio for, let's talk about what the car was doing. How was it running? This was it, guys. After we put the new plugs in it, this damn thing This is the best this car's ever ran. And we're going to do a video. I have some more footage at the end of this, but we're going to do another video where we really go out and we hit this thing first through fourth gear, you know, maybe slam some gears, and then we're going to talk about putting nitrous on it, because this is the best this car's ever ran. It pulls to 7,400-ish, no problem. I think we had the rev limiter that night or today set at like 7,000, so that was causing some issues. But the car absolutely screams to be just an NA setup. I just wanted to come in and do a little voiceover because I think we finally licked this thing. It's done. I have been driving this car now since this video for like 4 days probably, and it's not one time hiccuped, giving us any trouble. I think we got this thing licked. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the video. But just know we got some more footage coming of the car. Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
All right, so as you can see, car runs perfectly fine, no issues. But I was gonna try the whole, you know, side gap thing, and I probably will. I'll probably cut these things down at some point because I know it's beneficial. I just did it wrong. That's okay though. Hopefully I got you guys some good footage on the 360 cam. This thing sounds wicked. I wish this little camera would pick up better, and no matter what microphone I tried to use in the car to give you guys better audio, it just never works. We will come back and revisit the whole side gap thing. I'm still learning on this, so I'm sure I did it wrong. Either way, I'll wrap this video up. And as always, thanks for watching. I didn't hit record. I did. It smells more lean. Like, you know, different than what it was before when we were having all those troubles.
Yeah.
I think it'll run better with the air cleaner on it just because it ain't adjusted out for it. We're not having it. I don't think we need to mess with it anymore.
Yeah.
It's not breaking up or anything. Seems to be running good. Probably throw a little bit more timing at it. Call it good. I'm actually gonna save this. Wow, look at that shit. That'd be a cool little just shot like B-roll.